you watch the news, you invite negativity into your life, and you do so willingly. And this is why it makes you feel small, it makes you feel unconfident, it makes you feel that you're just never good enough, because there's things out there that are going to get you, going to scare you, going to make you feel you want to just stay where you are and not grow. And that's the illusion. That's where people want you to stay. But you're no different. You want to grow. You want to show the world that you have got talent, that you have got something to offer, and you have got a way to serve other people. So let's go. So my name's Joe Noya, and I'm here to serve you every single day through inspiration, and I want you to win. So let's start today with looking at our environment. And the first thing I want to talk about is the news. So I've really dialed down the news. I've really dialed it down because when I used to watch the news, it's subconscious. I used to watch it because of what I thought is information. And yes, there's some information there, but they sensationalise. They put fear into your room. They put fear into where you live. The place, remember, imagine your space. You've got a house, or maybe you're in your room, and that's your safe space, right? You've had these walls, and it's your safe space. And what you're doing is you're inviting all that in. You're inviting it through that window, the television, your phone. When you overload on news, that's going to affect your inner ability to be resilient, because it's constantly telling you, watch out for this, people are out to get you. And then what that feeds into your beliefs. So your beliefs are so important. So if you believe that the world's against you, then the world's going to be against you. So a lot of the news we sensationalise, saying this is bad happening in the world, and things are bad happening in the world. Of course they are. But what we're saying is that it feeds fear. Like when you go outside, it's, hey, this is up, that's up, this crime's up, and you're going to start to feel small. It's going to bed into your psyche, and then that can feed into your beliefs. Now we must be conscious. We must be conscious of things that we let into our mind. We must be conscious of it, because whether we like it or not, our subconscious is listening at every single point. So it's really important that when you watch things like the news, that you limit it. I would say limit it. I don't really watch it. Even in fact, the other day we had the coronavirus, the infection rate here in the UK has gone up. And I hadn't watched the news for so long, and then they got down to a party of 6. And I found it for other people. It's amazing what you find out without having to watch the news through other people. And for me, that's great liberation for me. And I'm not saying that you can just ignore it. I'm saying what I do is expose yourself a little bit to it. Maybe 5 minutes every other day or something like that. But limit it, because there's so much negativity in there. There's the occasional positive story, and you can absorb that, and that's great. But I would direct your attention to things that fill you up. Direct your attention to things that fill you up, to things that make you feel excited, to things that make you feel brave, to things that make you feel inspired. This is what this channel's all about, right? Inspiration. And your environment, the things that you watch, the things that you read, the things that you listen to, the podcasts that you listen to. So I hope you catch the InspirationNation podcast. Please go catch it. It's in the link in the description below. It's all important what you read as well. So I write a blog every week. Every week I write a blog, and I want to give people inspiration. I want to make people feel filled up every single week. And I write it every Friday night. And this is the environment I wanted to have. I recognised that as I was going through my life, I really was not being conscious about what I was letting in. I was letting things in subconsciously. So now I have the blog that I write. I read books. Even last night I was reading The Power of Now. Continued, I did a video about it last week. But it's all these things about being conscious. Everything's outside we can let in, but we've got to be like the gatekeepers of our minds. And that's what I want for you, is to be the gatekeeper of your mind. If you're in an environment where people are negative, I call them energy vampires, you need to limit your time with them. I'm not saying you have to get rid of them, just limit your time. If they're, like family or friends. So your environment is what I'm talking about, everything around, because the more you soak yourself in the environment of inspiration, whatever fills you up, whatever makes you feel excited, that's going to come into everything of your life. So even today, I went running, even before doing this video. So usually what I do, get up, do meditation, bit of exercise, all that stuff. And so I just went up, I meditated first, then went for a run. And it's amazing when you get out there, and it was early in the morning, it was dawn, and if I'd, going back to the news piece, if I'd just gone and absorbed the news, I may not have gone out there because I've been too scared and what jump out at me. And of course there's always a chance of it, but it's unlikely. And I went round and it was dark and it was great. And I went out into a field, just around there, no one else about, and it was so peaceful. And I think sometimes we forget that we can get overloaded with so much information, so much overload that it makes us fearful, makes us go small. But this is your opportunity to now, through this video, is to actually start to step back and go, hey, what do I want in my life? Audit, I'd call it audit, or look through all the things that you watch, write down all the programs that you watch. Why do you watch them? What's the reason? What are the messages you're being sent from those programs? What are they? So a lot of things like the soaps and things like that, going off and use the soap, there's a lot of drama, there's a lot of people having problems. Okay, I'm not saying everyone's got problems, and they do highlight some important things sometimes, but what I'm saying is you don't want all the drama. Oh, he's talking about this and they're talking about this, and there's a gossip element in it. And that environment, you don't want to be in that gossip element. So if you start to gossip, that makes you want the gossip. And it's really interesting, there was a study I think where people were taken from one environment to another. Who, like say for instance, you're maybe going to a criminal environment, and maybe you're a really good person, but the longer you are exposed to that environment, you will start to pick up those tendencies. You will subconsciously start to pick them up. And so that's why your environment, the people, the things you read, the information you consume is so important. So the other day I was also watching this thing about social media, and social media's got a bad rap. It does, people think social media is bad. So I did an audit of my social media. I've gone on my social media and I've just unfollowed accounts. At the minute I'm going for a Twitter purge, right? I'm following about 20,000 people at the moment. I'm just getting rid of that. Getting rid of it, I'm just going down. Yes, and I'm losing followers, but I don't care. The reason for that is because I want to make sure that we have the conversations, that social media is there for a force for good. I want us to have meaningful conversations. I think social media can sometimes get a bad rap, but it can be used in a really good way to have real good connections. Yes, sometimes people just I'm just posting, and it's really like just a wall of noise. I don't want it to be a wall of noise. I want to start to change it. I want to start to make sure it's a positive place to be. But there's a thing on Netflix called, I think, The Social Dilemma, and I watched that, and that was really interesting. So we do have to be careful because watching that, go off and watch it. It was recommended to me by on social media by a guy called Simon Scribb. And he's like a millionaire who's just sold his business and now he's off doing his own social media. But he watched that program and he was talking about should he be on social media. So I watched it, and if we keep liking things, right, the algorithm goes to the social media company and then they send more things to like. Yeah, they'll send you more of that. So what you can do, you can start to beat the algorithm because you can just start to post and do what you want. You don't have to follow what it recommends to you. You can actually go, no, I'm not following that. I want to choose specific things for me that fill me up. I'm going to be the master of what this is, not you. So, if you go on, YouTube, for instance, just watch stuff that fills you up. Choose the stuff that you want to watch. So if you're watching this video, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I just want to help you be your best place. If you're on Instagram, again, go through, audit it, go through, unfollow accounts that are just maybe pushing through negativity or have an element where it makes you feel anxious. You can decharge all that, any of them. If you don't like the platform, delete it, right? I mean, I use social platforms because I want to provide a good message. That's the environment I want to be in. So anyone I connect with on social is about a positive message, and that's what I want to get through to you. So I want you to do a couple of things as a result of this video. So I hope that's helped. So first of all, I said I write a blog, so I want you to think about that. So every week I send out a blog. I write a blog, and I'd love you to receive it. So to get the first dibbings of that blog, all you need to do is to go to the description below on this video and sign up to my newsletter. The link's in the description below, and every week you will get an inspirational email from me telling you what's going on, getting the first dibs on the blog that I promote on a Sunday, but you'll get it on the Saturday, and I want you to win, and that's why I send it. So that said, let's go for a few questions to work on, because this video is about you taking action. So number one, I want you to go through all your social media and audit that social media. I want you to unfollow accounts that are not helping you. Limit people that are fueling your negativity, that are fueling your drama. You do not want to be a drama mama, as Robin Sharma would say, a great man. You want to be a force for good. You want to serve people, so audit all your social media. Number two, restrict your news consumption. I'm not saying get rid of it all, just watch for 5 minutes, read for 5 minutes, get the headlines and get out. You will find it will make you feel in a better place. And I want you to try these experiments, and then I want you to comment below. And number three is going to be about commenting below and just telling me how it's worked, what worked for you, how you're feeling as a result of the audit you've done on your life with the environment. So don't forget, we've covered in this video, we've covered social media, we've covered blogging, we've covered people that are around you, making sure that we limit those people, okay? So I hope this video has served you. I hope this video makes you feel inspired as you come out of it. That's my intention. I'd love it if you left feedback for me below so I can continue to make videos that serve you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd love it if you checked out this video over here. I think you'll love it. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you get another video from me. So it's Inspiration Nation, and I'll see you there.